If you like what I make and want to help out the channel, make sure you subscribe to it, turn on notifications, leave a like on the video below, and comment as well. Thanks for your support, guys.
Hey there YouTube, welcome back to another video for you guys. Let's talk about war a little bit because we've been having a little bit of fights going on lately, and I've been attacked a couple of times, and a couple of cool things happened along the way that I wanted to share with you guys. Now these might be things that other YouTubers have covered. I've been watching a few other ROC YouTubers to try to see if anyone has some cool information that I don't know yet, and some of them definitely do. But these are small tips that I think are general enough that can help anyone who's watching this video. Let's talk about attacking first. So when you're gonna attack either a tile, a city, or even marching troops, which is possible in this game, you want to be able to attack in as quick of a fashion as possible, and you want to catch your opponent in as much of a off guard as he can be, right? So one of the cool things about this game is, let's pretend I want to attack these guys, and we will attack them, and we'll pretend that for now every barbarian we attack are other players. So let's pretend this is a tile, okay? There is a tile here with an army on it, and we want to attack it, or it's a castle even that we want to attack. So if I click on these guys right here and click attack, and I go to the new troops and I set this up all good and dandy, I have a 29-second march. This 29-second march, the moment I click march, the other guy on the other side of this attack is getting a push notification going, someone's marching troops towards you. Now, if he is awake or even online, he will instantly see it, and he has time to either back off and get out of there, and unless my marching speed is bigger than his, I'm screwed. Or he might even send a counterattack or something of the sort. So there's a really interesting way to actually catch people more off guard than that. So if we walk about these guys and attack as I showed, the march is now 33 seconds, right? But what you can do in this game is you can go gather in a tile that is adjacent to the tile that you guys want to hit, the castle that you want to hit, whatever it is. So instead of sending, like I have here, the gathering troops that I usually send, you want to send your full attack troops. So let's go ahead and set this up. Where is my girl? Right here. And we're gonna go ahead and do this and that. Go back up a little bit, down. Is it? Where are my tier 2s? Here we go. And we're gonna just pull out all the tier 2s, you know what I mean? Every single one of them. Let's balance this out a little bit. Just take a little bit of here, a little bit of there. Anyway, let's do this. So I'm gonna march for 42 seconds, right? Now, notice how when I march towards this tile, my marching pattern, my marching way is going to be intersecting or getting super close to this guy. Now again, we're pretending that this is a person, right? So at this point, because I'm going to gather here, he doesn't get any notification whatsoever. However, I can at any point attack and use the troops that are marching, and as you can see, my march time is much lower. And right now, if I do this is an instant attack. The push notification will not get there in time to save these troops. And just like you see my troops are walking back, I can instantly stop them and make like a small camp and reuse the same troops. So if you're gonna go hunting some smaller guys, or even these right here, you can always redirect your troops. And essentially what people do is they kind of roam around, they look for the next target. I'm kind of looking for a target that is a little bit further that I can send something into their way. So let's go attacking these guys right here, and we don't want to give him a heads up, right? So we're gonna go gather, and we're gonna send these guys, and as you can see, this literally intersects with their march. So we're gonna go ahead and march these guys out, and as soon as we get close enough, we will attack these guys as well. Now this can be done also for anything really. So marching troops, if you can intersect marching troops, you could actually attack them while they're marching and instantly be like, yo, the guy just won't know what the heck hit him. Again, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go ahead and switch the march. Instead of them marching that way, we're gonna turn around and attack these guys. This is actually the highest level of barbarians I've been hitting yet. So like I haven't had the chance to actually go up in the barbarian levels, and it looks like it's gonna be a pretty decent fight. Now, that was tip number 1. Tip number 2 comes to you guys in an interesting way. So let's pretend someone insanely stronger than you, or with a bigger set of troops than you, or whatever it is, decides to attack your troops. And he gave you enough of a heads up for you to be able to back out. So let's pretend I didn't smash these guys. Fine, I smashed these guys. We're standing somewhere. Let's stand right here. Let's pretend we're here right now in a tile, right? Or anywhere a troop is marching that is not within my castle. And I am getting attacked by someone else. So I get the notification come in here and I'm like, okay, guys, retreat, right? But they have a marching time as well. And if I play the cards right, what you can do is every now and then stop your troops, okay? And let the guys catch up with you a little bit. You gotta stay focused. You gotta stay in the game. Make sure you can stay in the game for a little bit of time. And start pretty much baiting that guy closer and closer to your castle, to your city. Now here's the thing, right? When you attack someone else's troops outside of their castle, you instantly fight the troops, right? What if troops make it into the castle, unless, or the city, whatever you want to call it, unless the person who attacked your troops attacks the city, he's kind of going to get screwed, right? But that's not the point. The point is, if you actually want to take the fight, what you can do is you can bring your troops back all the way as close as possible to your city. And then once he gets close enough, what you can do is, just like I'm going to do right here, you can send an attack on him rather than on these guys. I just don't have someone close enough to show this, like with a person. So what you can do is you can send a second, whoa, the game lagged there for a second, a second army. And now what ends up happening is that this guy is attacking with 2, maybe 3 heroes if he's at commanders, if he's like super strong, and fighting one-on-one this set of troops. But right now my second set of troops came out to attack, and these 2 guys can converge at the same time on the same target, and now my attack is double strong. And the more the guy keeps fighting you, the more you can send troops at him. Because this game has a lot of like live features, you can actually heal your troops while they're fighting. So as troops get to the hospital, you can keep healing and the fight is still going on outside. So in theory, even if he's super strong, well, not in theory, actually in practice as well, even if he's super strong, you could continue to march troops at him every time a set of your troops dies, and attack him over and over and over and over, and eventually you will beat him because he'll just run out of troops. You'll destroy his troops. So this is a really neat thing that someone actually did to me. They baited me super close to their castle, and then they sent all their troops, that's just 3 marches on me, and I was so close to their castle that I didn't even have a chance to back off, and it was just deadly. It was just deadly. So this is a pretty neat trick you can do. The third, and we'll keep it for now, the last trick I'll show you guys is a pretty neat one, which I've seen in other videos and people do this. It's fairly obvious, but again, if you don't know this, let's do it right now. So as I mentioned, the highest level of barbarians I've attacked was 13. Let's go look for a level 14 set of barbarians. And what we're going to do is we're going to send these guys, you know what, let's send these guys out there, right? So right now we have 36,000 troops marching towards the level 14 barbarians, or a castle or a tile with troops, whatever you guys are attacking. But I don't really know whether or not I have the ability to actually hit this thing, right? So we don't want to give him a heads up, right? I don't know if my one set of troops can hit this thing and beat it, right? And if it's a person, as soon as you attack with this huge of a marching time, he's gonna log in, he's gonna do what he needs to do. So let's divert our attack and make sure this guy goes to the other set of barbarians while getting closer to the level 14s. Now, because I mentioned one set of troops might not be enough, what we could do is advance towards our target a second set of troops. And what ends up happening here is that as they will walk, and we unfortunately have a little bit of a time to kill and just wait till they get there. So I'll explain to you guys what we're gonna see, just so you know, don't sit here and just wait. What we're doing is we're approaching 2 sets of troops towards the target, and once they're close enough, we're gonna park them close enough without giving them a heads up. If the person is not online, he wouldn't know someone's parked a set of troops right next to him. If you have an alliance, if you are 2 or 3 friends, if whatever happens, you guys want to destroy the one guy, you guys can all send troops to stay very close to the target, but not ping the target by attacking it, not doing any of that. And you just put 2 sets of troops right next to it, and when the time comes, you hit from both directions. The more troops you get out there, the harder it'll be the more of a punish it'll be, essentially. So as you can see, my first set of troops, which also march a little bit faster, are already pretty close, are much closer than the other set. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them march a little bit more, because these guys got a little further, and we'll stop them somewhere around here. They will wait for the next set of troops, and then both of them will attack together that level 14 set of barbarians. Now, it might be a complete overkill. Let's go ahead and park these guys right here. This might be a complete overkill, right? But imagine you're attacking someone who's twice your strength, who has a lot of troops, or I don't know, you just want to clean up a few tiles with troops to get like kills and stuff like that. What you can do is you can send 3 sets of troops out there together and just send all 3 close enough to targets, and then all 3 converge. All 3 converge every single time. This is a pretty neat little trick that you can use in every aspect of fighting in this game. So I've seen that, like, there is this crazy fort in one of the kingdoms that's already much more advanced than my kingdom. I don't know what the fort is called, I forget what it's called, but what the people who attacked it that I watched did is that the whole alliance set up troops super close to the target, just like this, if we were to attack this level 13, and then everyone converged onto the fort at the same time. Now we're gonna go ahead, because this is not, you know what, let's go ahead and send these guys a little closer. Go this way, and you come this way as well. And once you guys are super close, both of you are pretty close to this level 14, we'll attack it, and you'll see the convergence of both of my armies. So these guys seem to be pretty close, right? We can stop them right here. Let's wait for these guys to catch up as well. Now our army looks like a massive army, right? There's a lot of people here. It is time to attack this level 14. We're going to go ahead and go for 1. And we're going to go ahead and attack with number 2. And sooner rather than later, you see that I'm taking a lot more damage than they are. But as soon as I start attacking with my second set of troops, things are getting a little bit harder for them. Now, obviously, I don't think I'll lose this, but it can happen that you still lose a fight when you converge with more than one army. But if you have a friend that likes hunting, if a couple of you decide to go hunting, you can send 4, 5, 6 troops very close to targets, and then just converge on targets all day long. These are 3 really basic things you can do that make this game so fun. This set of barbarians actually started attacking us, so let's go ahead and show them who's boss, right? Let's go ahead and wipe these guys out as well real quick, and probably we'll have to wipe out the level 13s as well. But anyway, 3 little quick tips that I find pretty interesting. It's like the dynamic of fighting in this game that is really, really, really neat. I'm the Gekko. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything, leave me a comment below. If you guys play this game, add me as a friend. I'm accepting absolutely everyone. Send me messages in the game. Until the next time, peace.